So before I start, disclaimer lang na itong chemistry refresher video na ito, this is tailored for engineering board exam, specifically for ECEs. So lahat ng i-discuss ko are just basic principles that I think is enough for the board exam. Okay, so let's start. So yung chemistry is the branch of science that deals with the study of matter. And matter is anything that has mass and occupies space. So basic lang. So we know that the three states of matter are solid, liquid, and gas. Now let's add the fourth state of matter, which is plasma, and the fifth state of matter, which is Beck or Bose-Einstein condensate. Compare muna natin yung solid, liquid, and gas. Kapag solid, yung particles are packed closely together. So yung particles niya vibrates back and forth but remains in their fixed positions. So it has definite shape and definite volume. Yung liquid, may definite volume siya and it conforms to the shape of its container because its particles are now loosely packed and can move more freely compared kay solid. Third is yung gas. Its particles are now moving constantly in all directions. Meaning to say, yung particles niya, they spread throughout the container, hence wala siyang definite shape or definite volume. Okay? So next is yung plasma, the fourth state of matter. By definition, plasma is an ionized gas. So what do we mean by that? Say for example, may ice ka, and yung ice is in the solid state. Now what will happen if we add energy? And by that, I mean increasing the temperature. So yung ice, which is solid, will melt and become liquid in form. Tama? Now what will happen if we add more energy to it? Yung liquid, mag-evaporate, magiging gas. Now what will happen if we add more and more and more energy to it? So hold that thought, may explain lang ako first. Di ba yung matter may atoms? Say for example, ito ay isang neutral atom. Meaning to say, the number of protons is equal to the number of electrons. Okay? Tapos yung atoms may valence electrons, yung nasa outermost shell. Tapos 'di ba, itong mga valence electrons, they can break free if may enough energy sila to do so. And once they break free, itong neutral atom na ito, we now call it ions. Again, once itong mga valence electrons mag-break free, we now call this an ion. So back to our question. From solid, naging liquid, naging gas. What will happen if we add more and more energy to it? Yung valence electrons ng atoms ni gas will gain enough energy for them to break free. And once those electrons break free, yung gas becomes ionized gas. And by definition, what is an ionized gas? Plasma. So recap, solid, you add energy, it becomes liquid. Add more energy, it becomes gas. Add more and more and more energy, it becomes plasma. So make sense? So lastly is ang Bose-Einstein condensate. Yung Beck is kabaliktaran lang niya ni plasma. If a plasma is a very hot gas that has a lot more energy in it, yung Beck naman is a gas that is made very cold that is near absolute zero temperature. Okay, so that's it for the states of matter. Now let's talk about the types of matter. Matter can be classified as either pure substance and mixture. Yung pure substance can be divided into two basic types, elements and compounds. Yung elements, ito yung nasa periodic table of elements like oxygen, hydrogen, helium, and carbon. Yung compounds naman, these are two or more elements combined chemically. For example, H2O, CO2, sodium chloride, hydrogen chloride. Next is ang mixture. Under mixture, may homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures ka. So homogeneous mixtures, dito nagfa-fall yung solutions. So ang homogeneous mixtures, ito yung mga solutions natin and by definition, it is uniform all throughout. So if may something solid ka, na imimix mo sa something na liquid, expected na yung something solid ay magdi-dissolve siya sa liquid. Tama? So kapag yung something solid mo ay hindi mo na siya ma-distinguish after mixing, then that's considered as a homogeneous mixture. For example, salt and water. After mixing, you can no longer visibly see or distinguish ang salt dun sa water. Pero, if after mixing two substances, for example, substance A is mixed with substance B, kapag easily identifiable lang which is which yung mga substance, then we call those heterogeneous mixture. Pero may plot twist. Kasi yung colloids, these are heterogeneous mixtures that looks like a homogeneous mixture. Again, yung colloids ay under heterogeneous mixtures, pero kapag tignan mo siya using your naked eye, yung physical appearance is parang homogeneous solutions lang. So how do we differentiate colloids versus homogeneous solutions? Ito yung mga differences nila, and I got this from one website. Tandaan nyo na lang class na yung colloids scatter light, and yung scattering of light is known as Tyndall effect. While homogeneous solutions does not scatter light. Okay? So yung last type of heterogeneous mixture is yung suspension. Yung particles ng isang suspension settle at the bottom. Ang suspension ang pinakamadaling i-identify kasi kitang-kita natin yung mga different components na ni-mix. For example, sun and water or oil and water. If you mix those things, you can easily distinguish between the sand and water and the oil and water.